performances were so intense, the actors almost didn't survive them. From Heath Ledger's haunting descent into madness as the Joker to Christian Bale's near starvation for the Machinist, these are the stories of actors who gave everything to their craft and sometimes paid a painful price for it. Because in Hollywood, chasing greatness can blur dangerously close to self-destruction. Let's start with one of the most infamous examples, Heath Ledger. To become the Joker in The Dark Knight, Ledger locked himself in a hotel room for weeks, writing journals as the character and experimenting with the Joker's voice and laugh. His performance was electric, chaotic, unpredictable, and unforgettable. But the emotional and physical toll was immense. Ledger reportedly struggled with insomnia and exhaustion during filming. His sister and friends later said he was deeply committed but very overwhelmed. Now, tragically, he passed away before the film's release, but his Oscar-winning performance remains a symbol of both artistic genius and the dark cost of total immersion. Sometimes living the role too deeply can take more than it gives back. Christian Bale's dedication to transformation is legendary, but The Machinist took it to an extreme. He lost over 60 pounds, living on little more than coffee, apples, and tuna. He dropped to around 120 pounds, skeletal, frail, and barely recognizable. The haunting physicality brought authenticity to the role of Trevor Resnick, a man consumed by guilt and insomnia. But Bale's health suffered. Doctors later said he risked permanent damage from the crash diet. In pursuit of realism, Bale pushed his body to the brink, proving dedication can border on danger. Next up, Jared Leto, another actor who went deep into Joker territory, but in a different way. Leto famously stayed in character between takes, reportedly sending strange gifts to his co-stars, including live rats and bullets, as part of his method. While the antics made headlines, many of his scenes were cut from the final film. Fans and critics questioned whether the extreme behavior was even worth it. Even his co-stars later hinted it might have gone too far. Sometimes the performance isn't what people remember, it's the chaos left behind. Leonardo DiCaprio has always been a perfectionist, but for The Revenant, he endured conditions that would break most people. He slept inside animal carcasses, ate raw liver, and filmed in freezing temperatures for months. DiCaprio himself said it was the hardest film of his life, and it finally earned him that long-awaited Oscar. The result? A performance that felt brutally real because it was. Every shiver, every gasp of pain, genuine. Sometimes Oscar gold is earned the hard way, one frostbitten take at a time. Few stories show the darker side of filmmaking, like Shelley Duvall in The Shining. Director Stanley Kubrick's obsessive approach pushed her to emotional collapse. She filmed the baseball bat confrontation scene 127 times, screamed till her voice broke, and cried real tears of exhaustion. Years later, Duvall described the experience as almost unbearable. The psychological toll was lasting, and it became a cautionary tale about how far directors and actors can go in pursuit of realism. When terror on screen feels real, sometimes it's because it was. Jim Carrey took method acting to surreal extremes when portraying comedian Andy Kaufman. He stayed in character for the entire shoot, even off camera. He'd speak as Kaufman, interact with the crew as Kaufman, and refuse to respond to Jim. Behind the scenes, it caused friction and confusion. And decades later, Carrey admitted he lost himself during the process and had trouble finding who he was afterwards. Becoming someone else is easy. Coming back to yourself is the real challenge. French actress Isabelle Adjani gave one of the most emotionally intense performances ever captured on film in Possession. The role demanded violent physical outbursts and psychological chaos, so intense that Adjani later said it took her years of therapy to recover. Critics called it one of the greatest performances ever, but it came at a steep emotional cost. When a role consumes you, it doesn't always let go after the credits roll. Acting is often described as stepping into someone else's shoes, but for these performers, it meant stepping to the edge of sanity, health, and identity. Whether it's Bale's physical extremes, Ledger's emotional depths, or Duvall's psychological torment, these stories remind us that great art often comes with an invisible price tag. So the next time you're blown away by a powerful performance, remember some actors gave more than their talent. They gave pieces of themselves.